Well, in my last news video about the EOS C700 Mark II, in that video I did actually state that there will be more cinema news coming later on this week because there's going to be more cinema cameras that Canon are going to be releasing in 2023. And now we've already got our first article on the next camera that has been leaked. Please excuse the sweat, I literally just got in from work and I saw this article and I really thought I should make a video on it really quickly just to get it out to you guys. I got all this information from Canon Rumours, so again, if you want to go read their webpage and have a look on their website, the link to their website is in the description below. Anyway, let's get straight into the article. And as you can see, the article says more cinema EOS news, this time the successor to the Canon Cinema EOS C700FF. And if you scroll down, it says there has been a lot of information about upcoming Canon Cinema EOS products recently. We have learned about the Cinema EOS 200 Mark II and the EOS R7C in the last week or so. And then it says, we've been told that the successor to the Canon Cinema EOS C700FF will come in 8K glory after the Cinema EOS C200 Mark II announcement. It's actually got a few specifications as well. So the Canon Cinema EOS C700FF Mark II will have an 8K full frame sensor, so a full frame cinema camera. Normally they're I think Super 35 sensors, but this one's going to have an 8K full frame. DGO, 240 frames per second in 6K, which is outrageous. 240 frames per second, super slow motion in 6K as well. And then it's got 120 frames per second in 8K. If you thought 60 frames per second in 8K was outrageous and probably not even needed and ridiculous, then 120 frames per second in 8K is just outrageous. And this camera is probably going to be one of Canon's best cameras out there. 120 frames per second, super slow-mo, 8K. We're really slowly starting to get a lot of cameras that can actually shoot 8K. Canon R5, Canon R5C, a lot of Sony cameras, even Nikon now. So many different cameras can shoot 8K, and I'd say within like what, maybe 5 to 10 years, 8K might be the new industry standard, even though a lot of places like social media don't need it. TVs, there's a lot of 8K TVs that people don't have and everything. So how important is 8K, and will we actually start seeing it roll out a lot more within the coming years? And it says similar body style to the Cinema EOS C500 Mark II, and then an EF and PL mount versions will both have an RF mount underneath. So an EF mount, so it looks like here you might be able to get an EF mount, but it might be the adapter, so underneath the EF adapter will be an RF mount. So it's going to be an RF mount camera, is how I'm reading this. Full frame RF mount camera, and you can have EF and PL mounts on there as well. And then it says Canon EU V2 features built into the body, and then at the bottom it says more to come. So that's the end of the article anyway. We've actually got some specifications. That's another Canon cinema camera we'll be releasing next year probably, because it hasn't got a release date, but in the last video it did say multiple cinema cameras will be coming out in 2023 for Canon. So I'm guessing this will be coming out next year, but that's the end of the article. 8K full frame sensor, 120 frames per second in 8K and 240 frames per second in 6K. This camera is going to be a beast. Let me know what you think, and it's going to be very expensive. So that's the end of the video anyway. Thank you very much for watching. If you did enjoy, hit that like button and subscribe to see more videos like this in the future, and I'll see you guys in the next video. See you later.